I watched a TikTok a while ago now about the idea that when you are obsessed with a guy and you can't stop thinking about how good your dates were and you form this like obsessive attachment to them, it's not actually about the guy. It is about you. You're actually obsessed with yourself. And I'm not going to lie, I've never related to something more. Welcome to the Date with Confidence podcast, a place to come for dating advice, support, and stories that'll either fill you with hope or relief that your dating experience wasn't as bad as it could have been, with practical episodes that'll provide you with easy to implement tips to help you feel confident AF on your next date, alongside lighthearted catch-ups where your host Rebecca, that's me by the way, shares her own experience dating after 4 years of the single life. You are guaranteed to end each episode feeling less alone in your dating struggles, empowered to never settle again, and confident that the best is yet to come. And if it all falls to shit, there's a special first season dedicated to breakups. You are welcome, my friend. Subscribe, review, and share with your single friends. Okay, I'm going to play you the TikTok and I'm going to link it in the description of this episode so that you can go and check out this creator yourself. But are you ready for this?
You know the reason you fall in love with every guy you meet is because you're great, right?
So that's like the first part. That's the Brenna is the name of the creator that first put that out. And that was the first part of the TikTok. And then it's stitched by Abby Chatfield, who, again, as I said, I'm going to link this whole video in this thing. And I want to know whether you relate to this as well. So let me just play the rest of the video.
No, because one time I was obsessed with this guy, and I was telling my therapist, I was like, I won't find anyone like him. I just had so much fun with him. I have no idea, why I haven't ever met anyone like this before. And she said, hey, what do you like about him? And I said, no, he's really smart and he's really funny and we have great conversations. And she told me to write down every instance I could remember where it was an interesting or funny moment, and then figure out who started that conversation or that joke. And they were all entirely me.
Right. So I have noticed this with people that I've been dating recently. Not so much in my past, like I haven't gone back to my past and thought about it. But when I think about the dates that I've been on in the last 2 years, anytime I was like, oh, that was so much fun. We had a really good conversation. I really enjoyed that. And then I replay moments in my head. All of those times, I was the instigator of the conversation, or I was the one that told the joke, or it was simply because I felt so good in myself that I was having a great time. So even if that person hadn't been on the date with me, I would have had the same energy, same fun, same great time. I would have felt exactly the same. So I wanted to share this because I feel like this happens to so many of us, and it's not until somebody else says it that you go, oh fuck, that's so true. So when I think about delusional guy and I think about the dates that we went on and how much I enjoyed myself and how quickly I became obsessed with him, it wasn't because of him. There were a lot of red and orange flags, and he was not the person that I know that I want to be with or the person that I deserve to be with. But when I think about all the times where I would replay our dates, or I would replay our moments, and I would think back to how I felt in my body and the thoughts and feelings that I was having around this scenario, every single time it was because I was fucking amazing. It was because I really liked how I looked on the date, or it was because I felt like I started really good conversations, or we had in-depth conversations because of I'd started them that way, or just all the times that I'd enjoyed it, all the best parts of the day were essentially down to me. So it wasn't about him at all. Yeah, as I said, I wanted to share this with you in case you felt the same. And also, it's going to make me look at dating differently, or it has, even since I watched this video. I watched this video, this is from August 23. I saved this in my TikTok folder last year sometime and was I need to do an episode about this. And since I watched that, I have thought about the dates that I've been on since and the way that I'm behaving on dates since. And I think this is probably one of the reasons that I realised so quickly as in like within the 3 months, that the guy that was seeing at the start of the year wasn't for me. It's because all the moments where I felt really good had been because of the way that I was behaving. It wasn't because of him. It wasn't because of conversations that he'd started, or it wasn't because of activities that he'd done, or it wasn't because of the way that he made me feel. It's the way that I'd made myself feel because of the actions that I'd taken. This is so rambly, I know. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because I felt like it was such an eye-opening moment for me, like such an eye-opening moment. And now, instead of getting that hint of obsession about a guy who is definitely not for me, I now recognize and I ask myself those same questions, like, okay, why am I so obsessed with this guy? Like, what is it about him? Is it like, did he start the conversation? Did he make the joke? Did he make me feel this way? And I look at it and I'm like, oh no, actually, it was me. So yeah, the truth. When you think you're obsessed with a guy, you're just actually obsessed with how amazing you are. And I think it's important to hold on to that, because when we date these guys that then end up being someone that we didn't think they were, we can like blame ourselves because we're like, but I was so obsessed with him. I liked him so much. And then we're just like, I'm such an idiot. How could I have not seen this before? But now you can look at things from a completely different lens. I want to know if this is helpful or not, or whether you just think this is a load of shite. You can let me know via my socials. You can send me a message on Instagram at yourconfident30s, or you can go to datewithconfidencepodcast.com/contribute and share your thoughts and feelings about this in the form there. And then when we have our community episode next month, I can read them out and see how many of you agree. That's it for today. Short and sweet, just something that I wanted to share. Yeah, love to hear from you. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for listening to the Date with Confidence podcast. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Subscribe, rate and review, and share it with your single friends.